So you've stumbled upon this fantastic tool that is going to help young adults get started with financial planning. So today I'm going to sit down with you and walk you through exactly what I would do the first time through this guide. So my guide to helping young adults get started with financial planning, it's loaded with a bunch of tools to help you with your money and your financial planning. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 3 areas that are going to help you with getting started with this guide. And then if you want more, leave a comment down below so that I can figure out which section I should dive into first to give you a real behind the scenes and deep dive tutorial on how to use this guide. And trust me, this guide is going to be incredibly helpful for all young adults out there. And I would love to hear your feedback so that we can continue to improve this resource. And I'm going to share it here on screen. So a quick orientation to the guide itself. There's 7 sections, there's over 30 interactive tools, there's no account required, and the data never leaves your browser. It covers everything from budgeting to investing, taxes, retirement, estate planning, and the psychology of money. You're not meant to do this all in one sitting, but you certainly can if you're feeling crazy. But just know that this is going to be some work put into building this financial plan and really getting a true understanding of your money. But I created this guide because I wanted an all-in-one tool for young adults to be able to get a good grasp on where they should go with financial planning now that they've begun to get the basics in order. Because we've all felt this struggle of not knowing what to do with our money now that we're starting to get a real job and make some real money. And we know that we have so much opportunity on the horizon and we don't want to waste it. I know I've been there, and that's why I built this guide to help all of my fellow young adults figure out where to get started with this big world called financial planning. I am so excited for all of you to get to use this tool. So we're going to start out here in the general principles section. So we're going to go ahead and click on general principles. And remember, all of your data lives in your browser. If you need to clear it, you can click on the settings icon next to the URL, go to cookies and site data, and then just delete anything that's there. So here you're going to see that I have some data preloaded into this, and that's okay. I'll show you how you can change it and how the math works. But we're going to start here at the net worth tracker. And of course, this is everything you own versus everything you owe, and that equals your net worth. And just know this is a scoreboard. It's something that's useful to let you know where you are right now and help you figure out where you want to go. So under here, under assets, I put in our checking account, high yield savings, our IRA, if you have any gold, things like that. And you can quickly and easily adjust these values up and down as they change over time, and you'll see your total assets adjust right here on screen. Now your liabilities, make sure you put in things like student loans, credit card balances, car loans. And again, you can adjust all of that to the specific number that you need, and you can type it all in very easily, and your liabilities are going to add up here. Now we'll click on net worth summary, and it's going to tell you your net worth. It'll show you your assets and your liabilities. It'll do the math for you and tell you your net worth. And remember, this is a starting point. Tracking your net worth is big towards getting your mind working and heading in the right direction. This net worth tracker is a very quick and easy tool to use that can help you get a sense of where you're at financially. The next one that I want you to check out, if you keep scrolling down here, of course, you can use the emergency fund calculator to figure out how much you should have in your emergency fund. But the one I want you to check out here is the cash flow and budget planner. So I went ahead and inputted some numbers already to save us some time. But if you scroll down here after entering in your take-home pay, your extra income, your needs, wants, and savings, if you scroll down here, there's a fantastic feature that shows you how much is left over and gives you a breakdown to compare to the 50-30-20 framework, which is a general rule of thumb for people as they get started with budgeting. So you'll see here, this example that I put in here shows a ton of money going to savings, and you could actually spend some more money on wants. So this is going to help you get a sense of, am I falling within a good parameter? Am I spending too much? Am I saving too much? It's going to help you get a good sense of where your money is going each and every month. And that's it for the general principles for now. Those are the 2 tools that I want you to get started with. But there's many other great things on here, like a debt payoff planner that'll show you avalanche versus snowball. There's a credit score breakdown that's going to help you with some items that you can do to improve your credit score. There's a sinking funds planner, and there's an automation checklist. And that does it for this general principles area of building your financial plan. The next one we're going to go to is one of the most common areas that I get asked about, and that is investing. So here in investing, the one thing that I really want you to try is this 401k match optimizer. I've entered in some numbers here. Let's say you're making $150,000 a year. You're only contributing 2%, but your work gives a 6% match dollar for dollar. This is going to tell you how much money you're leaving on the table over 30 years. So when you initially look at these numbers, you might say, oh, I'm only leaving $6,000 of a match on the table. Yeah, $6,000 is a lot of money, but it's okay. I need the money elsewhere. No, you're actually leaving almost $680,000 on the table due to compounding over time as you're heading towards retirement. So this is going to really help you get a true sense of how much money you're leaving on the table. And if you can increase that 401k match, you're doing amazing. There you go. You're hitting the full match. That's fantastic. That's where we all want to be. And say you don't have a 401k, we'll scroll up just a little bit to the investment growth visualizer. My favorite feature about this tool is the cost of waiting 5 years. Of course, you can put in all the normal numbers like starting balance, monthly contribution, your expected investment rate, how long you're going to be investing, and it even accounts for inflation. But down here, this cost of waiting 5 years. If we put in all of these numbers, waiting 5 years costs you $278,000. Even though it was only $30,000 less contributed, that is so much money that you're leaving on the table just by waiting 5 years. So please consider that when it comes to getting started with investing. Anything helps now. The cost of waiting 5 years is huge because of the compounding that takes place at the end of your time horizon when it comes to investing. But that does it for getting started on the investing section of this tool. There's a simple portfolio builder that's going to help give you some general parameters around some investments to make. There's a tool that's going to help you with evaluating your employer benefits. That does it for investing. The last one that I want to show you in today's guide is the psychology of money page. This one is often overlooked, but is extremely beneficial. There's a lot of great tools in here, but we're going to go to the bottom, where I want each and every one of you watching today to make a commitment to yourself. Make a commitment like in 1 month, the action I'm going to take is, and make sure you type in something specific. Remember, like it says here in the tip, get my finances together isn't a commitment. Something like set up a $200 monthly transfer to my IRA, that is a commitment. So go, do that today. Before you close out of this video and before you close the guide, write down one commitment and then try out the print button at the top of the guide, print it out, screenshot it, whatever you have to do in order to save your commitment, and start working through this guide with your commitments in mind so that you can really make a huge difference and do better with your money and build a financial plan that's going to work for you. But of course, in this psychology section, there are a few other helpful tools. There's this behavioral finance bias that's going to teach you about a couple different biases that you might be feeling with your money. There's this value alignment exercise that's going to give you a framework towards where you should be spending your money. Because if we're spending our money on values, that's fantastic. Keep spending that money. And then there's a section about money and relationships that's going to help give spouses or roommates some ideas to talk about money together. This is a fantastic one, and every couple should be talking about money regularly. And that does it for today's overview to help young adults get started with building their own financial plan. In reality, we just barely touched the surface of this tool. There's so many more helpful sections in it, like sections about insurance, investing, tax planning, retirement, estate planning. And yes, even if you're in your 20s and 30s, estate planning is something you still need to be considering. And when you go check out the guide, you're going to realize that it's not that difficult and it's very easy to do today. So go check out the guide. The link is below in the description, and I would really like to do a deep dive into each section within the guide. So let me know which one you want to start with. Let me know your feedback down in the comments. I would love to hear more about how you're using this tool and how it's helping each and every one of you. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos or any future podcast episodes. And think about a friend or a family member who could use this to start building their own financial plan, and share this video with them. I want this tool to be a resource to help all of us with moving beyond the basics and beginning to create our own financial plans. And one last reminder, the link to this guide is below in the description. It's completely free, no account required, and all of your data is stored locally on your browser. And if something surprises you as you're inputting these numbers, whether it's the cost of waiting 5 years or how much money you're leaving on the table with your 401k match or anything else, leave a comment down below letting us know what surprised you so other people can be on the lookout for potential opportunities to save more money or make more money through investing. The hardest part with all of this is just getting started. So congratulations on being here, watching this video, and learning about this guide to helping young adults get started with their financial planning. And thank you for watching today's video. I'm your financial planner, Skylar Fleming, and have a great week.